Welcome to the pastor's home. I'm going to share with you a story today. And if you've liked other Bible stories, you're going to love this one. Years before today's story begins, God had appeared to Abraham when Abraham was a young man. He promised him that his descendants would be more numerous than the number of stars in the sky. As we join the story today, Abraham is an old man and still has yet to have a child. And the Lord appeared to him by the oaks of Mamre as he sat at the door of his tent in the heat of the day.
What?
He lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 people stood in front of him. When he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them and bowed himself to the earth and said, "My Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, do not pass by your servant. Let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree, while I fetch a morsel of bread, that you may refresh yourselves. And after that you may pass on, since you have come to your servant." So they said, "Do as you have said." And Abraham hastened into the tent to find Sarah, and said, "Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it and make cakes." And Abraham ran to the herd, and took a calf, tender and good, and gave it to the servant, who hastened to prepare it. Then he took curds and milk and the calf which he had prepared, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree while they ate. The story is half through, and yet Abraham did all of these things to honor his guests before he even knew why they had come. What do we do to honor the holy that is present with us? Will we make time to listen to the voice of God and live in the presence of the holy? Our story continues. They said to him, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" And he said, "She's in the tent." The Lord said, "I will surely return to you in the spring, and Sarah, your wife, shall have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent door behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in age. It had ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. So Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I have grown old and my husband is old, shall I have pleasure?" The Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Shall I indeed bear a child now that I'm old?' Is anything too wonderful for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you in the spring, and Sarah shall have a son." Are our dreams deep enough? Do we limit what we think we can do because we don't believe what God can accomplish through us? Are we prepared to take delight in God's gifts to us? Are we ready to be changed, to be challenged, to be delighted by this immense journey of faith? Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time.